As the world spins faster, demanding more, and hurling chaos from every direction, most men seek peace in fleeting distractions. They chase comfort when they should forge strength. They flee pain when they should embrace its lessons. They cower from the storm when they should learn to stand unyielding within it. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man of his age, declared, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words were not born of luxury or ease. He penned them while guiding an empire, waging wars, facing plagues, and enduring personal loss. Yet he discovered an unbreakable core within himself. That is the gift I offer you today. In this video, I will share 8 practical disciplines, not empty platitudes or quick fixes, but time-tested principles to transform pressure into power and prevent you from crumbling under life's weight. These teachings do not merely help men endure stress, they enable you to rise stronger from it. You, who bear your burdens, already possess the seeds of invincibility. You need no perfect conditions. You need not wait for the storm to pass. The storm is your path. The struggle is your forge. And pain is your teacher. But hear this truth. Knowledge without action is mere amusement. I ask more of you than passive listening. Like this video, if you are resolved to transform yourself, comment with the burdens you face. Your honesty may uplift another. Share this with a brother in need. Subscribe and walk this path with me. Every moment of this video matters. Take a deep breath. We are about to forge the unbreakable. Write in the comments, "I refuse to fall. I am becoming invincible." First, do not merely endure. Master your darkness. Most men waste their lives tolerating stress, anxiety, and pain, seeking distractions to escape. Yet mere endurance is survival, not victory. Mastery is the transformation. Seneca, exiled, betrayed, and staring death in the face, wrote, "Adversity trains the mind, as labor tempers the body." He did not preach comfort. He taught strength. He knew adversity is not to be controlled, but conquered. When stress crashes upon you, as it always will, your instinct may be to shrink, freeze, or wish it gone. But that instinct keeps you frail. Your inner darkness is not your foe, it is your forge. Recall the last time life pushed you to your limits. A crushing deadline, a broken bond, a moment on the edge of despair. Yet here you stand. In that fire, you found something strength you never knew. Clarity, focus, power. That was no accident. That was you, under pressure, becoming a greater version of yourself. To master your darkness is not to ignore pain, it is to wield it. Shift your question from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What is this teaching me?" Here is how to begin when overwhelmed. Chest tight, mind racing, fear rising. Pause. Breathe deeply 3 times. Then ask, what is the lesson here? Perhaps it is time to face a truth you've avoided. Perhaps it is time to change your approach. Whatever it may be, see it as wisdom, not punishment. The ancient Stoics practiced memento mori, remembering death not to despair but to awaken. Knowing time is finite, every hardship becomes a test of your character. Every storm, a stage for your growth. Do not settle for merely surviving. Command the storm, face your darkness, and let it forge you into the unbreakable. Write in the comments, I master my darkness and turn every challenge into strength. Second, control your first thought. Silence the weak voice within. Right now, as you hear these words, a voice in your mind judges, worries, plans, or criticizes. Most men mistake that voice for their true self, believing every thought it whispers. This is the most perilous illusion you can live under. Marcus Aurelius wrestled with this too, reminding himself in his private writings, focus on the present moment. He understood that much of our pain stems not from reality, but from the stories we tell ourselves about it. That inner voice is not your ally. It evolved to spot danger, to keep you safe. But in a world where growth, not just survival, defines you, that voice becomes a cage, whispering weakness. It says, I can't endure this. It's too hard. What if I fail? Others are better than me. This shouldn't happen to me. Those are not truths, they are programming. Weakness in disguise. But here is the revelation. You are not that voice. You are the one who hears it. And the listener holds the power. The first thought matters because it sets the course for all that follows. When stress strikes, your mind fires a quick, automatic, emotional thought. But between that stimulus and your response lies a gap, a space of freedom to choose. Here is your practice. When pressure hits, seize that first thought. Do not react, simply notice it. There's the voice saying, I'm not good enough. Pause. Then choose a stronger thought. Not false positivity. Not lies. But something useful, true, and powerful. I am learning to face this. This is making me stronger. What if I rise instead of fall? What if this is my turning point? The Stoics practice this relentlessly. Today, we call it cognitive reframing. They called it mastering the mind. How you interpret an event shapes its reality. This is not denying pain, but refusing to let pain write your story. It is becoming the editor of your thoughts, not their prisoner. That inner voice has run unchecked for years. It's time to dismiss it and replace it with one of strength. Write in the comments, I command my thoughts and choose strength. Third, turn isolation into a weapon, not a prison. When life overwhelms, your reflex may be to seek solace, to share, to hear that all will be well. Brotherhood is vital, but leaning on others to regulate your emotions is a trap. Senetsarot. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. He found this truth in solitude, not distraction, in isolation. He didn't just survive, he became one of history's greatest thinkers. Isolation terrifies many because it strips away distractions, comforts, and excuses. No one to blame, no one to lean on. Yet this is the crucible of greatness. In solitude, you meet your raw, unfiltered self. When no one watches or cheers, legends are forged. Consider the titans of history, the writer alone with his thoughts, the warrior training while the world sleeps, the builder crafting in silence while others revel, the scholar studying as peers scroll mindlessly. Isolation is not absence, it is the purest form of self-reliance. But the difference between a prison and a weapon lies in your will. Forced isolation breeds despair, lonely, bitter, suffocating. Chosen isolation becomes a blade, sharp, clear, resilient. Start small, dedicate 1 hour daily to voluntary solitude. No phone, no music, no noisy, just you and your mind. At first, it will feel like a cage, but that discomfort is the fire forging your strength. Beyond that struggle lies a man who needs no validation, no constant clamor to feel alive. A man who stands firm alone because he has embraced his own company. Use solitude to audit your life. What serves you, what doesn't? What truth are you avoiding? What dreams demand your fight? The strong man does not dread solitude, he craves it. He turns loneliness into a sanctuary, a source of power. Your isolation is not weakness, it is a gift, a chance to build something unbreakable within. Do not flee it, wield it. Write in the comments, I turn solitude into my strength. Fourth, train under pressure. Don't wait for calm waters. Most men treat pressure as an enemy, delaying their dreams until life softens. They postpone good habits until time abounds. In truth, they say, I'll be strong when strength is no longer needed. This mindset keeps them frail forever. Epictetus, born a slave, could have waited for freedom or ease. Instead, he used every hardship as a training ground. He said, do not explain your philosophy, embody it. He didn't wait for perfect conditions to think like a free man. He forged his mind amidst chains, becoming unbreakable. Pressure is not the opposite of growth. It is its forge. Just as muscles grow through strain, your character strengthens through trial. The very pressure you resist is the raw material your soul needs. Here's how to train under it when work overwhelms. Practice calm when funds are tight. Practice gratitude when criticized. Practice detachment when exhausted. Practice discipline. Most men do the opposite under stress. They abandon habits. When tired, they skip training. When anxious, they avoid hard talks. When overwhelmed, they neglect self-care. They let pressure shrink them. Champions do not. They know victory is not won in perfect practice, but in the final moments when all is at stake. They thrive, not despite pressure, but because of it. See every stressful moment as training. Traffic jams test patience. Difficult colleagues hone emotional control. Financial strain builds resourcefulness. Health setbacks forge resilience. Viewing stress as training, not torture, calms your nerves. You cease being a victim of circumstance and become a student of life. Here's your rule: never waste a crisis. Never waste pressure. Never waste hardship. Use each challenge to become the man you aspire to be. Those who rise under pressure don't rely on luck. They train for months, years, turning setbacks into opportunities, pressure points into power. Don't wait for perfect conditions to become perfect. Start building resilience now, with what you have. Write in the comments, I train under pressure and grow stronger. Fifth, let pain pay its rent. Turn every blow into strength. Pain will visit your life, invited or not. The question is not whether you'll face failure, betrayal, or loss, but whether you'll let pain consume your mind or make it serve you by transforming it into something useful. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He didn't just endure pain, he forged it into wisdom that guides us 2 millennia later. Most men let pain diminish them, wearing it as a badge, defining themselves by what happened, not how they responded. They become professional victims, carrying wounds as armor, but that armor makes them more fragile, not less. There is another path, the path of the unbreakable. When pain arrives, you don't deny it, minimize it, or let it linger forever. You acknowledge it. You feel it fully. Then you ask the vital question, how can I use this to become stronger? Each betrayal teaches discernment and the value of loyalty. Each failure forges resilience and reveals what doesn't work, guiding you to what does. Each loss instills gratitude and clarifies what truly matters. Every rejection builds perseverance and proves your worth isn't tied to others' opinions. To make pain pay its rent first. Feel it fully. Don't rush past or suppress it. Sit with the discomfort. Let it show you how much you can endure. Most men fear their pain, but when you stop running, you discover your strength surpasses your imagination. Second, extract its lesson. What is this experience teaching you? Perhaps a boundary to set, a habit to break, a skill to hone. Pain always carries a message. Your task is to decode it. Third, use that lesson to serve others. Your deepest pain often becomes the foundation of your greatest contribution. Those who've battled despair can guide others to hope. Those betrayed can teach trust. Those who've lost everything can reveal what truly matters. This isn't toxic positivity or pretending pain is good. Pain is pain, but refusing to let it make you wiser, stronger, and kinder is the true tragedy. Scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of survival. Pain is not your identity. It is your curriculum. Don't let it define you. Let it refine you. Write in the comments, I turn every pain into strength. Sixth, act in silence. Let discipline speak for you. In a world obsessed with broadcasting every intent, struggle, and small victory, the strongest men do otherwise. They work quietly and let results roar. Epictetus taught speak little, or if you must, say only what is necessary. Briefly, he knew true strength needs no audience. Real progress requires no applause. Transformation happens in quiet moments when no one sees, where discipline shapes you in silence. Proclaiming your plans tricks your mind into thinking you've already achieved them. Psychologists call this social reality. The dopamine from praise and attention saps your drive to act. You become addicted to planning, not doing. Look around. Those who talk most about goals often progress least. They're busy curating an image, not building substance. They perform growth instead of living it. Silent discipline is different. It's rising at dawn to chase your purpose while the world sleeps. It's saying no to distractions because your mission outweighs fleeting pleasures. It's choosing the hard path when no one watches. No cheers resound. It's crafting something meaningful while others craft social media personas. This isn't about secrecy but discernment, knowing what deserves to be shared and what demands quiet dedication. Your daily habits, inner work, and character growth require persistence, not spectators. There's immense power in keeping your most vital work private, without performing for others. You focus purely on the process, without seeking approval. You decide, based on truth, not appearances. By not explaining yourself, you conserve energy for action. Silence shields your dreams from negativity. Not everyone wants your success. Some will diminish you, doubt your progress, sow uncertainty. Working quietly makes you immune to their interference. Silent action looks like this. You train without posting every session. Build your work without announcing every milestone. Hone skills without craving recognition. Solve problems without flaunting the struggle. When you speak, your words carry weight, backed by undeniable deeds. Let your discipline speak louder than words. Let your results proclaim your truth. Let your transformation be so profound that others notice not because you spoke, but because your presence commands respect. Don't perform maturity, embody it. Write in the comments, "My actions speak for me." 7th, become a terror to your former self. Your greatest foe lies not outside, but within, not toxic people or ill fortune, but the man you once were, that man who made excuses, settled for mediocrity, and chose ease over growth. Still lurks, fighting to survive. Seneca captured this inner war. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. He challenged us to stop hesitating, to cease living as if we have endless time. The old you, with weak habits and low standards, must die daily to make way for your future. That former self, with its noisy excuses and timid choices, cannot coexist with the man you're becoming. You must be relentless, elevating yourself with such focus that old habits feel alien in your presence. This is the battle between who you were and who you are forging. If you don't actively dismantle that old self, it will drag you back. This isn't self-hatred or denying your past. It brought you here, taught you lessons, survived trials. But survival isn't enough. You weren't born to scrape by. You were born to be resilient. Unbreakable. To become a terror to your old self means no more mindless scrolling for hours. Your time is sacred. No more complaining without action. Whining feeds weakness. No more breaking promises to yourself. Your word is your bond. The old you says, "I'll start tomorrow." The new you starts now. The old you claims, "I don't have time." The new you carves out time by cutting the trivial. The old you says, "I'm not that kind of man." The new you builds proof to the contrary. Practice this by rejecting mediocrity in every facet of life: health, relationships, work. If your health is average, make it exceptional. If your bonds are shallow, deepen or end them. If your work lacks meaning, find purpose or forge a new path. Measure your worth by actions, not intentions. The old you was praised for wanting change. The new you is honored for making it. Be your own harshest critic and greatest champion, strict enough to see flaws, confident enough to fix them. Stop explaining yourself to those clinging to your old self. When old friends question your discipline, don't justify, show results. When family doubts your new standards, prove them with deeds. Some cling to your old self because it comforts their stagnation. The greatest danger in becoming a terror to your former self is its permanence. Once you raise your standards, returning to the old you feels physically unbearable, a cognitive dissonance where old beliefs cannot survive new actions. Others will notice, saying, "You've changed. You're different, not the same." They're right. That's the point. The old you cannot withstand what you're building. The new you can conquer anything. Don't improve the old self. Destroy it. Build a new man. Write in the comments, "I am forging a new, unbreakable self." 8th, cling to an unbreakable why. When everything collapses as it will, the only thing keeping you upright is knowing why you fight. Not shallow goals or fleeting motives, but a profound, unshakable reason to be resilient. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor, found this in the darkest hours. He wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost any how." He saw men endure horrors, not because they were stronger physically, but because they had an unbreakable purpose. Most men's motives are flimsy: success for looks, health for vanity, discipline for admiration. These crumble under real trials. Your unbreakable why must transcend personal comfort or fleeting desires. It's about the man you're forging for those who rely on you, the example you set for those who look to you, the legacy you carve for generations unborn. Perhaps it's for your children, not just providing, but modeling resilience, growth, and calm in the face of storms. Perhaps it's for your parents, whose sacrifices demand you honor them by becoming unbreakable, or for the man you once were, who needed someone like the man you're becoming. Maybe it's for those who doubted you, your resilience, a silent rebuke to their skepticism, or for those who believed in you when you doubted yourself. Your transformation proves their faith was not misplaced. To find your unshakable why, ask, if I had 1 year left, what regret would haunt me? Not what I failed to gain, but who I failed to become. What growth would I mourn not pursuing? Your why must stir your soul, making surrender unthinkable. It must be so vital that giving up feels like betrayal. Write it down: specific, personal, powerful, something that, months later, reignites your fire and moves you to tears. When weary, your why fuels you. When afraid, it grants courage. When tempted to settle, it reminds you that settling betrays all you stand for. The Stoics knew, no great deed is done without a great reason. Technique fail, motivation fades, but a profound why endures every storm. The ancient Stoics understood that nothing great is built without a purpose that burns within. Your skills may falter, your drive may wane, your circumstances will test you, but a why that touches your soul carries you through any tempest. Don't just wish to be unbreakable. You must be unbreakable for reasons greater than yourself. These 8 disciplines can transform you from a man who survives stress to one who thrives because of it. But knowing is not enough. Reading is not enough. Understanding is not enough. Only action matters. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." So it is with becoming unbreakable. Don't just ponder it, become it. Your transformation doesn't start tomorrow or when conditions are perfect. It begins now, with the challenges before you. Those challenges aren't against you, they're for you. They're your forge, your classroom, your chance to prove your mettle. The man who began this video can differ from the one who ends it, but only if you choose change. Start with one discipline, master it, then add another. Forge your unbreakable spirit through every choice, every trial, every victory. Like this video, if these principles resonate, share it with a brother who needs it. Subscribe, for your journey to invincibility has just begun. The world needs men who stand firm under pressure. Now, prove your strength. Write in the comments, "I am unbreakable, and my journey of strength begins now."